Welcome AI investors. It's April 11th and we got a little bounce today in SPY, up about 1.78%, and it looks like we've traded pretty hard off that 480 low, and now we're trading in no man's land, in this band here. Basically, we've been bouncing around ever since this megaphone pattern happened around 2020, 2018 ish. We've been bouncing here. So, like I've been mentioning in previous videos, we're in this Elliott wave, it seems. And right now we're looking for the fifth wave. So, where does that take us? Maybe it'll take us up to new all-time highs, or maybe it'll take us a little bit in here and then kind of stall out near the 50, and the 200-day moving averages. So it's a wait and see. But at some point, we expect that there'll be a correction and a retest of this. In the Elliott wave, usually it's the fifth wave, and then whatever the fifth wave does, it exhausts itself, and then you have a correction happening. So we saw a lot of shorts get steamrolled right at this reaction low, because they were shorting the market and they just got steamrolled by the market. So you don't want to short in the fourth wave of a Elliott wave. You want to buy and see where that goes. Right now we're kind of bouncing around in this region. Again, my target is around 420 because that's where the gaps lie in the chart here. So once we have that correction and it breaks this line with conviction, then I believe we're heading to 420 as a first stop. Again, maybe with some bouncing in between. And then some forecasters are going in so far as 300, like I mentioned before. So 300 would take us right down here. I think we have some support here around 338. So, and it kind of is a pivot low here for the second Elliott wave. So I think we could see it come down to this level if things get really bad. But right now, remains to be seen. I think we're in the fifth wave, and we could be headed a little higher in the short term. That's my opinion. I think we will get this 560 gap fill in the coming days / weeks. So this 560 will be filled. Then we'll run up into resistance. We want to see a follow through after 560. Will we see it? Who knows? So we'll just play it day by day here. Let's move over to NVIDIA. It's another one, big one. And what I'm seeing in the NVIDIA is lower lows and lower highs. Usually that's bearish. Now we did get a big gap fill here at 96. Overreacted. We got a gap fill here. Looks like also at 86. So yeah, it kind of looks like we might be in no man's land here as well. In some sense, one could postulate that this is the start of a bull flag, which is the next wave up. Again, we have to see this kind of pattern move out of this bull flag pattern and kind of move higher on the top of the flag before entering anything to see if there's a trend reversal. But my theory for NVIDIA is that maybe we'll have some consolidation, perhaps even a pop up more, and then eventually we'll see this kind of form a head and shoulders, maybe the left shoulder, head, pop up, right shoulder, and down. So we're looking at 2026 in a bear case scenario for NVIDIA. Expected to fill all these gaps. So 63, even down to 32. So, and there's one small gap here, 21, which I wonder if that will get filled. But looks like, yeah, my target would be 32 for NVIDIA, which is less than half of where it's trading today. And but again, it looks like maybe in the short run there might be a bull flag forming. So we want to see if this right shoulder is formed. So it's kind of a wait and see at this point with Nvidia. You're better off probably just T-billing and chilling it for now for this stock. Let's take a look at some other ones. Let's look at AT&T. Looks like this one is getting a double top formation. So we're looking at a double top formation. Looks like here and down. There's a gap that exists at 25, but there are many gaps lower, such as at 18 here. So yeah, it looks like it got a short-term overbought on this chart here. Great move from 12 up to 26, double top, and then it looks like it's rolling over. So bearish on the bonds, which kind of goes with Pfizer as well. You see that you have a lot of bearish action in Pfizer. You see you had this attempt to go higher, but almost looks like a bear flag situation occurring here. It broke to the bottom of the flag and we had some consolidation and we broke lower again. So multiple bear flags here in Pfizer. Arguably maybe a long-term bet on Pfizer would be a good bet because right now it's only trading for $21, which is pretty darn cheap in this market with an 8% dividend yield. It's paying you to wait out the storm. Stock was 60 just a few years ago, so you know, trading down to 21 looks like we're going into this area, which we've only seen in the financial crisis. So yeah, I would be long-term bullish, especially if we get a little bit deeper, like into the 20 zone. It's probably just a good long-term buy and hold. Let's see TLT today. Up marginally, not much action in the TLT. Yeah, bonds pulled back drastically. So in that pullback here means that we're still in the basing pattern. We still have not broken out. I do think we will continue this pattern. I think we'll continue down. So let's take a look at this pattern real quick. Looks like we'll connect the highs, connect the lows. We're in this channel, this down channel, and perhaps we have some kind of Elliott wave forming, something like this. So we might want to retest it at the end of this year and see if we break out. So we had a failed breakout here, which tells me that we're still in this bear channel. So yeah, maybe better prices in TLT to come. Maybe it'll fill this gap again. Once again, it filled it here, but it looks like it created another gap. So maybe there'll be another gap fill. It'll trade down a little bit lower to 85 or something like that. So we're just going to watch TLT. TMF is basically the same thing as TLT, just leverage. So we saw a failed breakout here and right back into the channel. So I see maybe a potential in the coming weeks or months to either trade far lower and get this at a better price even, and or it'll start to break out or it'll start to break out of this channel, which we want to be bullish with. Let's take a VXX. So the VIX. So people trade this as a trading vehicle for the VIX. So we're seeing it's coming down, though it broke out of this downtrend here. We have to watch this action very closely because it could either slice and dice this and come back down right back into the channel, which I expect that to happen, meaning the VIX goes lower, stock market goes higher. So that's what I expect, maybe down to this 55 level or so. But in some scenarios, what happens is you get this peak up, and then it'll retest this. Then the next peak will be even higher, as maybe retaliatory tariffs or something take hold. Now that peak would coincide with this upper trend line here, and I don't think we'll break out of that. But that's significantly higher, meaning that there's some risk here if this doesn't break soon that we could just be retesting this for even a larger move up in the VIX, which would probably signal another, large drop in the S&P, probably retesting 480, if not a little bit lower. So that might be the move to 420 that we're looking for. But yeah, we're watching the VXX very closely because that will inform us about where the market is going to go next. If this breaks down, then I expect another period of consolidation before it would break out again and fill this gap that's around 120. So that would mean there might be a better buying opportunity in the future. Let's take a look at BABA. BABA has a large gap at 125. I think we'll get back up there. There was an impending golden cross on BABA. So if we looked at Yahoo Finance here, and we're looking at BABA, we'll take a look at the advanced chart. Yeah, so if we look, well, it's deeply oversold right now, and we're seeing some green bars here. So looks like accumulation is starting to happen again in BABA, so it's time to probably get long again. And we see this impending golden cross. I said it could sell off right before golden cross happens. Indeed, we did. But right now, it looks like more of a buy than a sell at this point because it has this couple of trend lines as hard support. So I would be more long BABA than short it, of course, because you could trade at your own risk with BABA. But that's just my take on BABA right now. Looks like it's a long and strong rather than a short. So these are a few stocks I wanted to go over with you guys today, and just a general checkup of the market. As always, like, subscribe, and comment, and let the markets be with you. Take care. Have a good one.